Okay, new Disventure Camp episode. By the trailer, seems really great, so I hope it is good at least. So let's watch this thing.
10th person voted out of Disventure Camp. Richard.
Yes! Finally! Oh my god! 15 episodes! And it finally happened! My god! I can't believe it. This old guy is finally out! Yeah! Hello, Knuckles. Total MK Fan here with another Disventure Camp review, and this time on episode 15 of the season 4. And oh my god, this episode was great. One of the best of the season. Is this time for real? I'm not exaggerating. It was really great. Okay, fine. Had some things I didn't like, but we gonna see this in the review. So let's go start this review. The episode starts with Hannah obviously mad because of what happened last episode, and we see Natalia trying to comfort her. And then she has a confessional saying she is the girl's secret agent because the guys trust her, but she also says she could use this to backfire the girls. And when I saw this scene, I was like, okay, Natalia planning to do something. We already saw this before, so maybe she's going to do something here in this episode. And yes, she actually does something in this episode. A lot, actually. First, she makes Hannah understand the game and see that yes, was sad that Benji is gone, but she needs to focus on the game. And it doesn't matter if they reach the finals, they would have to fight against each other to get the money. So she better start playing the game and start, focus on that and stop crying about Benji and the stuff. And actually was really good Natalia teaching her that, because I was getting really tired of Hannah being dumb in this game. And she probably is gonna stop being. Thanks Natalia, so thank you. She also goes to Richard and Logan having a bad panic, explaining that she's on their side, they are safe and not going to be eliminated, and it's being all nice and all. And of course, these two trust her because they have like 2 brain cells. But she has a confessional saying that she actually is coping Isabel and what she has doing before. That is being nice to everyone, so she the end decides who she's going to go with, the girls or the guys or just Richard and Logan. And even though she's just copying Isabel and what she did, I think it's better you copying someone and do a thing that's cool than just do nothing. So yeah, it's not original, but it still is something. And for a time, it's a lot. It was entertaining to watch, so whatever. And we also have interaction with Jade and Spencer. That is, Jade obviously mad at Spencer because he didn't trust her, and Spencer being a bit more than a jerk because he says that after the game is over, they just going to okay, the game's over, goodbye, I'll never see you again. I mean, you can see that Jade is not 100% happy about it, and it makes me kind of sad because I really think they actually were friends or something. But for Spencer, no, it's just a game and he really doesn't care about Jade, and I felt a bit bad about her. I think she wants to be his friend or something. Oh, I don't know. It's complicated because episodes before we didn't see Jade's emotions like we see now, so I don't know. It's a bit sad, but it was a good interaction. Now going for the challenge, that is the Haunted Mansion, and basically they have 3 rooms in there and one of them needs to escape. The first one to escape wins immunity. Easy? Of course not. But 2 important things before the challenge starts. Logan says he had an ex-girlfriend that dumped him because he was scared of scary movies. Okay, that's pathetic. And we also have Isabel saying that something in this place is diabolical. Oh, not kidding. Inside the place, we have Logan basically almost peeing his pants, doing this thing in the bow, and boom, they are in another room. A cool thing about the challenge that you don't know what is real and what is just special effect from Trevor and Derek. It's really confusing. You're like, is this the haunted doll that is doing this, or is just special effects of the mansion? So you get really confused, and it actually gives a bit of a weird vibe and a bad feeling of what is happening, so it's cool. I like that vibe. Well, weird things start to happen and they start to get attacked by candles and books. Okay, that's not really terrifying, but first, the funny thing.
What's going on?
I'm too beautiful to die.
Quiet.
What? It was funny. Okay, maybe just for me. It was funny. Anyway, the whole library is attacking them, and Anastasia is only the one who is punching candles. That was the funniest thing. And Richard found a lock, and then it's find 4 numbers to get out of this room or they will die or something like that. And another funny thing.
I'll check the tabloids. I need my stories.
This is a library, girl. There ain't no tabloids here.
Found them.
I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, Natalia was killing it in the comedian department in this episode. She was just so hilarious. Anyway, Hannah hides behind a desk, and Jade sees that and starts a conversation with her, saying that Benji actually meant for her, explaining why they voted out Benji, and Hannah says she doesn't consider her a friend, but forgive her, kind of, and says that it makes sense, but only as players, not friends, so she won't be that friendly with them like she was with Ben, Diego, Emily, Tristan, you know. She's gonna be a bit more cold and think about strategy, so if she needs to eliminate one of them, she won't think twice about it. And this is actually a really good point because, you know, Hannah in the last 2 episodes wasn't the best contestant and player here because she was trying to do her moves with emotion, and we know what happened. So yeah, I think this way would be way better. And another thing that I want to comment is that how this confessional area is so much better than the normal one. It's like, I don't know, but this color and all those shades and all stuff, it's just really beautiful. I really enjoyed this. I want more of this, even though we won't see it anymore because it's just in a haunted mansion. Anyway, Hannah found out that the numbers for the code are the undercovers of the books. And we also have another funny scene, so...
Who touched a Ouija board? Ghosts?
Anyway, they found all the numbers, Isabel opened the locker, and they're ready to leave. But 2 things happen. Hannah falls on the ground because, you know, horror movie rules. And Natalia tries to sabotage Spencer, trying to make him stay in the room, but he was faster, and well, this happened.
Like playing dirty, eh? Well, try this.
I know she played dirty, but come on, lock her in that room with all those stuff happening. Was a bit cruel, but Spencer is kind of the villain here, so nah, it's okay. I would expect that he would do that. Anyway, Logan tries to tell Spencer something, and it fails, obviously, and Jade made some funny reference to Scooby-Doo that were funny because I like Scooby-Doo, and they split out, and we have this groups, Jade and Anastasia, because they're alliance now, Spencer and Logan, because, obviously, and Richard, Isabel, and Jade, a gay, a nun, and biologist. What a great trio. Except for Richard. And first we start solving what happened to Zaid and Anastasia. That was nothing so important. It was just Zaid curious about the vote and if he could trust Anastasia, and then they get attacked by rats. That's basically that happens. Nothing more. Then Logan, Spencer, Spencer is being a bit rude to Logan, but I understand that because Logan is just basically saying the obvious, and people do that. I also get mad because I don't need to know the obvious, so yeah. But they get the key doing this. I think it was supposed to be funny, but they end up falling into a hole, and they fall right on a pentagram full of candles, one on top of the other, and they kiss. This is a bit, I don't know. I mean, I like the ship, but the way the scene happened was a bit weird. Like right under a pentagram. The vibe at the moment for me wasn't the best one, but it happened. So I don't know how to feel about it. In one side of me thinks, oh, it's good because I like the ship and they kiss. But the other side is like, the scene wasn't that good. It was a bit weird and the kiss lasted a bit too long. So I'm conflicted about it. I still like the ship, but I don't know. The moment could be better. And after the kiss, because Spencer broke the kiss, he gets nervous and embarrassed about a bit of the kiss because I think he wasn't expecting that, and I think maybe he doesn't like Logan that way, but he kissed him back. So I don't know. I'm still confused about this. I don't know. It's really confusing. Think about now, this thing could be handled way better because even though Spencer is not the best at this type of thing, and Logan shouldn't have just kissed him in this way, but he's confused, so I can ignore that part. I just think they should talk about it. I don't know if Spencer would say, oh, I don't like you that way, or he would just not in the competition. I don't know. I hope they talk about it because it's a good ship. Just the moment that wasn't the best one. Next, we have Richard, Isabel, and Jade in the Squid Game Bridge Challenge. Okay, it was a bit random here, but we see Isabel really scared about doing that because she doesn't want to die and is really afraid of that. And as someone has the exact same fear, it was really relatable to see, because if I was her, it would be the exact same way. I know they wouldn't die, but she was feeling the place wasn't right and has something demonic in there, so maybe she wasn't thinking and the fear was talking louder than the common sense. But anyway, it was a really tense scene because Jade go first and then Isabel and Richard. It's a really tense scene because this type of game is always tense. But at least we see that Jade really considers Isabel a friend. That's a good thing. And when they almost reach in the end, Jade steps in the wrong place and falls to her death. Okay, not her death, but you understood. And Isabel cries a lot about it. You can see she really cares about Jade, but it's not time for crying. So Richard helps her because he's the only thing he can do. It's how the people talking with them. So yeah. But it doesn't work a lot because he also falls because, right? I think the glass was the right one. He was just so fat that the thing would just fall. What's when he jumps, boom! But Isabel, even really scared, start praying and start to step on the glass. And she, with all the courage she had in the moment, passed the whole bridge of glass. And if all her being screams and I scream together, Hallelujah! Not kidding, I was really scared watching this. It was really intense. I'm not joking, not exaggerating. I was scared because I thought one of them was going to really die, even though I knew they wouldn't. I don't know what came over me, but I really thought, when I was watching this, I really felt like Isabel in this moment because I was scared, tense, and seeing her pass this for courage and still scared, but going through the whole situation was a nice scene, was really good to watch. And in the end, when she screams hallelujah, I'm not kidding, while watching I screamed with her at the exact same time by accident. It was really cool. Why this always happens to me? I don't know. Isabel was my favorite this episode and the last two, so maybe she needs to go higher on my rankings because she's close to being one of my favorites. And she keeps this way she's going, maybe she will. And that's good because she's a really great character. Anyway, Isabel, Spencer, and Anastasia, they go together to the main hall, and another funny scene.
Ratatouille was a lie!
We had to fight rats for the key. Okay.
Ratatouille was a lie. This was a good one. Moving on, the four final contestants that actually, in my opinion, besides Zayd, would be a really good Final Four for the season. But it's still going to the main thing, that is they found a room with a bunch of dolls and Nina's sisters from the staff stories that you guys probably don't know because nobody watched the staff stories. I don't blame you. And the final challenge to get the knife and open this door that it's, locked, like all the doors there, like any other movie. But of course, everyone is peeing their pants to get that thing because it's alive. Anyway, the place starts to burn and they have to fight dolls. This is the most weird thing that ever happened in this series. Okay, third. Spencer not taking goes to the knife, and of course it doesn't work because he wasn't thinking and he almost died because of a doll. What a stupid way to die. Anastasia makes fun of him. I don't know, I think it was a good scene. I love her being sarcastic, the most not best time to be sarcastic times. Anyway, Anastasia got the doll and the most epic fight scene happens. And I'm going to show you guys the scene with epic music. Let's go. Anyway, Isabel gets the knife and wins immunity because she was the only one who escaped the house. Yes! Okay, about this whole scene, I just loved this whole scene. I love when characters fight. It's just so fun and entertaining. I can't hate. I know some people don't like say, oh, it doesn't make sense to fight all the stuff, blah blah blah. I just think it's fun as heck, and it's really great. And Spencer trying everything to get immunity. Zayd literally almost killing him with his arms. Anastasia fighting a doll, and Isabel winning immunity, and everything was just amazing and epic, and I can't describe it. It was just super fun. Anyway, now that Isa has immunity, the plan is to eliminate Spencer, right? That was the girls' plan since the beginning. Well, before we see all what was going to happen, we have an interaction between the guys. That's basically just Spencer saying that Zayd, the girls aren't that trustworthy, but then he involves Zayd's mom, and well, Zayd's almost kicked this guy on the ass, and I think that he was right. Spencer deserved a little slap on the face because of what he said about Zayd's family and stuff. Don't involve a family in the conversation, okay? Never do that. And we also have Logan trying to talk to Spencer, but now his mind is on trying to survive the elimination than Logan. So yeah, some people say that, oh my god, it was a jerk long and he should have talked with him because of the kids and stuff. And no, he shouldn't, because first the game, after that he focused on romance, okay? Anyway, Spencer go talks to Anastasia, and his plan is basically this. He's going to say that Natalia isn't trustworthy because she's working with Richard and Logan. And it was Logan and Richard who would tell that to him, and that's true. Logan tell that Natalia is working with them. Anastasia still don't want to believe it because she wants to eliminate Spencer, but he plays his cards there and he makes her think that maybe she at least could try to see her reaction. If that's what she does. I think it was smart of Spencer to tell Anastasia the Natalia thing and make a bit more the scene interesting, because Anastasia have to confront Natalia about it, and Anastasia really does that because she needs to check about it. But also would be better if Spencer didn't include Logan's name, like vote for Logan, because it seems like he doesn't care about Logan, so it's a bit weird, but okay. Then cut, we go to Natalia talking with Logan because he has questions and needs her help, advice, because, well, He's feeling things for boys he never felt before because he thought he just felt things for girls. And oh my god, this scene is just so relatable. Kinda. But man, I love this interaction, and I tell about being trans and helping Logan about himself in a way better way than Richard, even though Richard helped a bit. It was just so sweet, and oh my god, I love this interaction. Natalia having the best interaction in this episode and being important is amazing, and helping Logan find out about the whole bi thing is just perfect. But the happiness doesn't last long because Anastasia appears, and well, it's to talk about the whole interaction thing you have with Logan. Of course not, to talk about the votes because she suggests, let's vote to restore Logan. And of course Natalia is like, what? Why did you vote for them? We shouldn't do that. And Anastasia's like, why not? You don't want him to be eliminated? You won't vote with us? And she goes, no, I want to vote Spencer, but this is a test. She needs to test that. And Natalia is real loyal, and damn, this scene is really good. I mean, Anastasia testing Natalia to see if she will vote with her, and the fact that Natalia was the only ally Anastasia had when Marissa was eliminated is just, whoa, it's great. And this scene, like, I want to see if you vote with us or you're going to flip, so pick a side now. Man, it was a bit intense because now Natalia has to pick a side. She has to do something because, or is she flipped and have the whole alliance of girls against her, or she doesn't and don't have Logan against her, but you know that Logan won't vote for her or get mad at her. So yeah, hard decision, but a good one because finally she's going to have to make a decision here. So we go to the elimination, and this happens.
Richard!
No!
Yes! After 15 episodes overstaying his welcome, this old dude is finally out. Now we have 0 boring characters on the merge. He's finally, I thought he was going to the finals or more far in the game. Look, you can like Richard, I don't care, but you had to admit, he is just a nothing character. He did nothing besides being good at some challenge and having interactions with others, but I don't care about any interactions involving him besides Logan. And just because of Logan, not because of Richard. I'm just so glad he's out because he was just there to fill the space. He was doing nothing, and now that he's out and wasn't mad about it, I can finally have peace and nothing involving him will happen for a while, I guess. My god. And if the comeback challenge is the next one, I will be so glad because this means he has 0 chance of coming back. Yes! Anyway, have the finals confessionals. Then Anastasia saying that she voted for Richard and convinced Spencer to vote for Jade and the boys. And we also have Logan. I think this guy is not okay. And well, that was the episode. In my opinion, was really great. All the characters here had some, at least, good moments and interesting ones besides Richard. Natalia was really important in this episode. Have really interesting things, funny, and have really good interactions. They finally decide to make a little game move, and I'm so glad about it because she deserved to do it. It was about time, and I'm glad she finally started to do stuff because she deserved it. But we also had some things that was a bit confusing. I didn't like that much. Like Spencer was a bit too much of a jerk sometimes, and voting Jade was really dumb because come on, he's the only ally. Now that she voted for her and she knew because she recognized the letter, well, he's fucked because I doubt Jade will like to save him or Isabel. So yeah, if Spencer goes far or survives Jade and Isabel's moves, it's gonna be really surprising. And we also have the map flip situation that, yes, I like the ship, but the pentagram and Spencer didn't want to talk with Logan. I don't know, they need to talk about it, and resolve this whole thing because I like the ship, but the situation's it's a bit fucked up, you know. But besides that, everything was great. All the characters here, especially the girls, were good or better than good. Hannah didn't do enough, and okay, because she had some really important stuff last episode. But Isabel was amazing. Jade was great. Anastasia didn't do a lot, but she made a good game move. The problem here was actually the boys. Zayd's a bit forgettable, even though he has good scenes. Spencer, I said that was a bit much more of a jerk. And Richard is forgettable as heck. I couldn't remember anything rememberable about him in this episode besides some funny lines and he being eliminated. I think the best one here was Logan, but the kiss, you know, yeah, it was great. I liked the episode, but I think the boys made the episode not the best of the season. That's not the first time this happened. And predictions about next episode. Well, who's going to come back? Because I think it's obvious the next episode's a comeback. Because, come on. And if I have to guess, Ted, Emily, Alessio, or Linda. One of them needs to come back. And if it's Diego, I'm going to jump off a bridge. Please, I think even if Richard comes back, it's going to be better than Diego coming back. Please, we don't need a love triangle. For the love of God, don't bring Diego back. But if it's not the comeback challenge, it's just Elimination 1. If I have to guess, Spencer. Yeah, I think Spencer is not in the best position now in the game. If it's not a comeback, if it is comeback, look, I'm predicting. Spencer is going to do it with someone. This someone is going to win the challenge, and Spencer is going to win immunity in the process, so he can be eliminated in the next episode. I bet this is going to happen. And if it's not that, I don't know what it's going to be. So, well, that's my prediction of what's going to happen and my opinion on the episode. Was great. The boys made not that great, even though some were good. And the video ends here. Goodbye, subscribe, like, all those stuff. You know, I'm really need to say because it's complicated nowadays in this channel. Anyway, goodbye.